Hey, aloha. It's good to see you guys. Today and next week, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of a sermon, we're going to be watching a video. And one of the things that we as Southern Baptists have been, generally pretty good at is working together as Southern Baptist churches. We work together to advance the good news of Jesus. We join efforts together in prayer. We join efforts together financially. We join efforts together by just literally going to certain places for a short period of time and helping out. Now, we have a very small presence of Southern Baptist churches here in Kauai, but we do the best we can to work with one another. We also partner with over 150 Southern Baptist churches across the Hawaiian Islands and in the islands around Guam, the Samoan Islands, and also in various places in East Asia. And we call this partnership the Hawaii Pacific Baptist Convention. We call it the HPBC for short. And I know a lot of you guys already know all this, but for some of you, it might be a little bit new. So I don't like to be too assumptive. So I like to, kind of go back over it from time to time. But the HPBC, we call that our state convention. But as you can see, it goes far beyond our state. It even goes into other countries. Now, we also partner with over 47,000 Southern Baptist churches all across North America. And we call this partnership the Southern Baptist Convention. And that's referred to as the SBC for short. Now, as the SBC, we work together to support a missions agency that's called the International Mission Board. And you guessed it, we call it the IMB for short. And so the IMB, it sends Southern Baptist missionaries all over the world, and they oversee their work. And so back in the month of September, we collected a special offering. It's called the Su Nishikawa offering. And this was money that we sent to the HPBC to help fund missions work all across our state convention. Now, in the month of December, we're going to be taking up another special offering called the Lottie Moon Christmas offering. And this is something we do every time around that. We do it every year, right around that time of the year. And this is going to be money that we're going to use to send to the IMB to help fund missions work all over the world. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we as SBC churches, we join together to support missions projects financially. So that is, we cooperate together. And so when we cooperate together financially, it's often called the cooperative program. We call that CP for short. And so, guys, Southern Baptists do a lot of great work together. But sometimes, being on a small island, it's really hard to see just how big we are. And so today and next week, I want to help us to see our Southern Baptist work on a larger scale. And I want us to be reminded of this as we pray and as we give financially and as we consider getting more involved in these types of projects, especially if they're remote, away from here locally. Now, as I touched upon earlier, our state convention is very unique in that, when you compare it to other state conventions, in that it includes foreign countries. So the HPBC has developed a special partnership with the IMB, especially as we work side by side in East Asia. Now, several weeks ago, the HPBC hosted a virtual missions trip to East Asia through a Zoom meeting. And they wanted to help us to be more aware, more informed on our work there in East Asia, and to just see how we can get more involved from where we are here. Now, although we've got work going on all throughout East Asia, the focus of this particular mission trip, this virtual mission trip, was more on our work in Japan. Now, the meeting was recorded, so I wanted to show you part of it today, and then we can finish it up next week. In the video, you're going to see an introduction to missions work in East Asia, just in general. You're going to be able to see several of our IMB missionaries. It's always good to be able to see them and hear them as opposed to just hearing about them. But you'll actually get to see them. Missionaries who oversee other missionaries, missionaries who explain the strategy of what they're doing, the work of what they're doing, and the partnerships that they're cultivating. You're going to see two of our staff members with the HBBC, and there's going to be a short video just about East Asia and the Great Commission work that's going on over there. After the introduction section to East Asia, the video is going to get more focused on 4 different cities in Japan. One of them is Fukuoka, another is Kobe, another is Yokohama, and then finally Tokyo. Today, we're only going to be watching the introduction section on East Asia and the first Japanese city, which is Fukuoka. And then next week, we're going to come back and look at the other 3 Japanese cities. Now, as we look at Fukuoka today, we're going to see an IMB missionary who oversees really the work all over Japan. We're also going to see a short video about Japan and the work that is going on over there. We're going to hear a testimony from one of our pastors on Oahu who has led his church on short-term mission trips to Japan. And we're also going to hear a testimony from a pastor in the city of Fukuoka who's received help from a short-term missions team from one of our other churches in Hawaii. And you're going to meet an IMB missionary couple in Fukuoka who's going to guide us through the city on a virtual prayer walk. And guys, this video, I think it was done very, very well. I hope you enjoy it. One thing I do want to say here that I did not say, it's a little bit different than as we met on Sunday morning, was we watched part of the video. Okay, we watched the first half of it. We're going to come back and watch the second half next week. You can choose to do that today if you want to. If you want to watch the first part and then watch the next part. I've got the video, the whole video on there. So you can watch all of it if you want to. But that's the way we're going to be doing on Sunday morning. We're splitting it into 2 parts. If you would like to split it into 2 parts, what you'll want to do, once it gets to somewhere around, it's in between the 44 and 45 minute mark, that's where you'll stop it. And you can come back to that point next week and watch the second half. Or again, you can watch it all if you want to do that. So watch the video, and then I'll have a very short closing video, right after that if you want to see that.